Then go. Let's go.
Hello everybody, my name is Fiori and today I'm performing the tale of Asa and Ayato and Mystic Imagination. Long ago in ancient Japan, there lived two brothers named Asa and Ayato. Asa was the older brother and Ayato was the younger. Now, these brothers were quite different from each other. Asa was greedy and selfish. Ayato was a kind and helpful man. Both of them lived with their wives in houses that stood next to each other. One day, Ayato had to go to another town for business. On the journey, he had to make his way through a forest. While walking through the forest, Ayato spotted a freshwater lake. Tired and thirsty, he drank some water. Just then, he noticed a fallen child crying nearby. There was no parent or guardian to his save. Overcome by pity, Ayato approached the boy and asked him his name and where he had come from. The boy replied that he was from a nearby town and that he had lost his way in the forest, where he had come to collect fruits. Ayato comforted him and offered him the bread that his wife had packed for him. As the child ate hungrily, Ayato told him that he would get him home and he would soon be with his parents. Upon hearing this, the boy smiled and hugged Ayato. Immediately, there was a clap of thunder. To his amazement, Ayato saw the boy disappear, and in his place stood a tall old man with white hair and a flowing white beard. I am the spirit of the lake, he said. The child was me in disguise. I'm impressed by your goodness and kindness. As a reward, I'm giving you a magic conch. Blow it only when you are in trouble, and you will take care of everything, and remember not to misuse it. Saying so, the spirit gave Ayato a conch that all the colors of the rainbow. As Ayato bowed low in gratitude, the old man vanished into thin air. Soon, Ayato resumed his journey and reached his destination. Having done good business, he earned a huge amount of money. However, it was late afternoon when he set off for home, and it grew down when he got to the forest. Soon, a group of thieves attacked Ayato and asked him to hand over all his valuables. Scared, Ayato did as he was told. The thieves grinned in glee when they saw the big booty that they got. Having robbed him all of his money, they let Ayato go. Ayato, however, still had the magic conch in his pocket, and no sooner than he was let free. Remember the words of the spirit of the lake. I am doomed, he thought, as all the money that I've earned has been taken away from me. Now is the time for me to blow the conch. Let me see what magic it does. Taking out the rainbow-shaped conch, Ayato blew it once, twice, and thrice. Now, the robbers were only a little distance away and Ayato could hear their laughter. However, with the blowing of the conch, their laughter stopped and there was silence. Curious, Ayato ran in the direction of the robbers, blowing the conch from time to time. When he came to the thieves, he found them fast asleep with Ayato's bundle of cash lying next to them. He realized that the pills of the conch had put its sharers to sleep and hence the thieves had dozed off all of a sudden. Ayato quickly collected his money and made his way out of the forest. When he reached home, it was quite late into the night. Asa soon came to know that his brother had been blessed with good fortune while doing business in the other town. He was very jealous and wanted to get equally rich, if not more. So he and his wife invited Ayato and his wife to dinner one night. And Asa asked his brother about where he had gone and how he had conducted business, in order to follow the same path himself. Helpful by nature, Ayato gave Asa the business details and then told him about the spirit of the lake and the magic conch. Had it not been for the spirit's gift, the conch, I would have lost all my money and returned home empty-handed, replied. A few days later, Asa set out for business like his brother. Soon, he came to the lake in the forest. Now, Asa was on the lookout for a crying child whom he could help, and in return get a reward from the spirit of the lake. However, it so happened that this time, the spirit assumed the guise of a poor old man carrying 2 buckets of water. "Ooh," sighed the old man, "these buckets are so heavy. If only I were much younger, it would not be such trouble." But in spite of seeing her pitiable plight, Asa did not come to help her. "Pooh, why should I come to help her? She will not be able to give me anything. I will only have a crying child as I know it will be the spirit of the lake. So he stood there even as the old man grunted in pain. At last, there was a clapping of thunder, and the spirit appeared in his true form. You are a very mean person, he whooped. You did not come forth to help a poor woman, such a selfish man. You will not prosper in whatever that you are on your way to do. And while a disappointed Asa stared, the spirit disappeared, just as the spirit had predicted. Asa was not able to fare well in business. In fact, he lost a lot of money. He returned home angry with less of money than he had left. However, instead of repenting for his selfish act in the forest and trying to be a good person, Asa kept wondering about how he could get rich. He was so greedy that he was ready to go to any lengths to get money. He remembered the powers of the magic conch and hit upon the plan. So one night, when Ayato and his wife were sound asleep, Asa skillfully stole the rainbow-colored magic conch from their house. That same night, he broke into the king's palace and entered the room containing the royal treasury. When the alarm was raised and the guards came running, Asa began blowing the conch, intending to lull them to sleep. But none of the guards fell asleep. On the other hand, the sound of the conch helped them to easily locate Asa and nab him. Actually, the conch could only work in magic if it was used for a good purpose, as the spirit had told Ayato. As Asa had misused it, it worked just like an ordinary conch and did not put any of his hearers to sleep. Therefore, Asa ended up in prison for his greed.
Okay, story. Poem.
On one mystic magic night, jack o' lanterns glowing bright, kids with bags of candy sweets roam door to door and street to street, all dressed up for trick or treat. Wizards with wands and pirates with hooks, monsters and clowns with spooky looks, kings and queens with capes and crowns, a princess in her royal gown, witches with wands and fairies with wings, movie stars with sparkling rings, vampires with fangs that bite, ghosts that woo, all dressed in white. Imaginations taken flight on that one mystic magic night. Oh, the fun of Halloween, be young or old or in between.
Thank you.